A lot of people have a car and they want to make sure that they're not going to lose their car. And so what they want to do is make sure that what they can do is keep it. And what we do is we can do what they call reaffirm a debt. And it's a technical word that means that you're going to ratify the original contract and all the terms and conditions of that contract are going to stay in play. And so what you're really doing is telling the creditor that, look, I know I'm filing bankruptcy, but it's not going to affect you at all. I'm going to keep this piece of property. I'm going to keep making payments on that piece of property, and I'm also going to keep my liability on that piece of property. So if you're going to reaffirm something, it's where you sign a formal document, and what you're going to make sure is that you can afford that piece of property, because what's going to happen is if you reaffirm it, the creditor's going to have the same rights they always did back in state court. So if you missed a payment, they could repossess that car, take it, sell it, not get very much for it, and turn around and say you owe the difference, and they could sue you over that difference. So reaffirming a debt's a very, very important step, and you have to make sure that it has legal consequences too. So if it's something you can afford, the interest rate's not too high, and it's mechanically sound, then it might be something to hang on to. But if any of those things are not there, not present, like if the vehicles that just cost too much, then you might want to go ahead and surrender it and give it back. And when you give something back here in the bankruptcy setting, Chapter 7, you're going to tell the creditor, look, now that you have that property back and I've given it to you, we're going to call it even, that you don't owe them anything any longer. That's how it works in a Chapter 7. Now, there's one condition that's out there. If you want to keep something, then you have to be current with your payments. If you're not current with your payments, then the creditor says, well, we want you to give us that property back, or we want you to get caught up on it. So if you're not current, one reason to file Chapter 13 is to help you get caught up on those things so that you don't lose that property.